regret it if I don't. So I'm gonna hop in here and try to. I don't know why, really, to be honest, because I've actually got both the cameras in a good spot so I can see what's going on. But I feel like I missed something if I don't hop in the live myself. I don't really know why. Maybe because I'll be doing some other stuff here in a little bit. So I might as well just hop in there and say hello. Alright. Alright, so I got a little bit of cleanup to do on the bench. Dang it, I'm kicking everything. I can kick both of them. Sorry, guys. Alright. So, refresh Facebook. We'll refresh YouTube. It takes a second, I guess, for everything to pop up on my stuff. But yeah, we've got some inventory to check out real quick, guys. So I'm on Facebook side. That's muted. Very good. I'll be in YouTube in just a second, and then I'll be in TikTok. And let's go to right here. Profile. We'll close this one out. There we go. I can see that live. I'm just gonna get in there. I bought a new daggum mouse the other day, and whenever I did, man, it's life is good. Hope YouTube's not messed up. All right, what's up, Mountaintop? Cool, Mountaintop. Joseph, Cletus, what's up? We got some goodies to show you guys here soon. I can't get in my own live on YouTube though, real quick. I guess it just doesn't show up right there. Maybe I need to click this. Hey, there's the live. Okay, I'm in all of them now. Sweet. So we've got some goodies to show. I'll kind of start showing off a little bit of stuff, little by little. We got some. Hang on, let me about right here. 2500 watt slug. I got a couple of those right now. Anybody's looking for these things? I've got a guy that's looking for this 1000 watt. I've got all kinds of slugs already, but we got even more. 500 watt slugs right here. I'm doing this also for myself. 500 watt slug right there. A 250 watt slug right there. 100 watt slugs. I'll just start putting them in pairs. 100 watt slugs here. 50 watt slugs right there. Brand new. I literally pulled them out of the plastic. 50 watt slugs there. I don't know if I'll ever sell them. I might. 50 watt coaxial dynamics. 25 watt coaxial dynamics right here. 3 more 25 watt slugs. 2 more 10 watt slugs. A 5 watt slug. Some oddball high frequency slugs. I'll call these guys back. Then we've got some 100 kW slugs for the big movements. A 50 kW and a 1 kW slug right here. Hang on a second. Alright, now we've got some very used slugs here. I don't know if I'll sell these or not, but everything will be tested before that's not even the right frequency. 50 watt slug right here and a 5 watt slug right here. These will go for cheap. But I'll test everything before I sell it. I don't, let me see what she said. Gmail, really? Alright. TikTok, hopefully this don't mess you guys up. Six 3935. Alright, sweet. I'm doing something kind of annoying. Sorry, guys. A little bit of work. What's up? We're just looking at some inventory here. Alright, this is all this bird slugs. Cletus, we've got a problem here. We'll look over here and you will see the issue in a moment. So what we got is a failure to cover all our slug holes here. So we're gonna have to work out something about getting ourselves a another one of these displays here, unless you guys just buy me out and want all my slugs. But my handy dandy slug holder, if you guys can see it. Oh, Jesus. All right, hang on a second. All right, back over here. Whatever. Sorry on TikTok, guys. I don't know what's. Let me show y'all the problem I got here with Cletus. All right, our handy dandy slug holder right here seems to be slightly undersupplied. Well, technically, I could leave these in the cabinet, and you guys, well, just barely. We'll say we're good enough. I got a couple extra slugs over here, three more 10 kW slugs over there, but we'll call it good. We'll say I'm okay, but I'm close. If I get any more slugs, I'm gonna have to get another one of these. But yeah, we'll probably do a simpler one. No, I don't know. I might do another one just to that way you guys can buy it too. My wife's like, I was talking to the better half, and she was like, you should sell those on the website. I'm like, well, I guess I could. So I may do something like that in the future if Cletus don't get too backed up buying them out. The slugs right here. Now I have, if you look right here, I have a slug you can buy for that one. You do not need extra slugs on another meter. So you will not need so you won't need, you can use this right here, a 1 kW or a 10 kW, but your 10 kW does everything. You don't need to buy another slug. So that's the beauty of buying this meter over here. If you guys go over here to this meter right here, the cool thing about this meter, if I have a 1,000 watt slug in this position, this is a peak reading meter only, but it's really neat in this aspect. Let's see if I can put the daggum slug in. Put this slug in right here. So if I was to measure the scales on this right here, right? We've got battery test and battery test. I killed the battery. No, I didn't. I thought I killed the battery on that one. We have a 10,000 watt slug. This one, excuse me, 10,000 watt slug here. 3,000, 1,000, 300, 100, 30, and 10 watts, all on one slug. That's what's so cool about this thing right here. This one would be 1,000. This right here would be 300, 30, or excuse me, 300, 10, 3 watts, 1 watt, 3/10 of a watt, and 1/10 of a watt. So you should be able to go to any level. So that would be 1,000, 300, 100, 30, 10, 3, and 1 watt. Excuse me, 1 watt, not 1/10 of a watt. Go all the way down to 1 watt with that particular slug. So you got a bunch of different choices with those. That's some of the bird meters that we've got right here. That's, I guess, what I was going to next anyway. I've got some old school, some of these. I don't have a bunch. I think I have 2 of them or something. Little Drake W4s. Hurt Your Feeling meters right there. I've got the big KW meters up here. Let's just pan around and I'll talk about these since they were already here. Let me zoom out on this one. Waving a hand, 178. Hope you're doing well, man. Alright, so this right here, of course, these are the panel mounts for the larger line sections. I also have more over here. So I'm going to scroll over here on TikTok right there for you guys to see, and TikTok. So this is, I got one back there, another panel mount here, another panel mount here, another panel mount here, and these are all power supplies back here. Then I've got single movements, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 1 square and 1 oddball. I've also got a really fancy meter here, but I got the switch broke on it, so it's a problem. I'll have to fix it at some point. It's a really, really nice meter. I don't know if I'll sell it or not, but I may. Also got dual line sections, more dual line sections, more dual line sections, single line sections, and more. I need to clean up over here. It's in rough shape on the back side of here. Also got this one sold to a customer. That's another single line section. From there, I've got the other fancy dancy bird meter over here. That's this one. This is a full digital bird meter right here. So I can turn that thing on, and it actually does digital everything. Not many people want to buy that because how expensive it is, but I mean, it is what it is. That's the thing with bird. You can check forward average, you can check SWR, you can check reflected average, you can check again SWR, you can check your forward peak, your forward average peak, and then average SWR and reflect all in one. So pretty sweet. I've also got, let me kind of move this thing out the way. So I've got something else in my way right here. So this has got to move. A bunch of hats, but I already showed y'all the hats and I already showed y'all the shirts. So to be fair, I think we're pretty good on that. If you guys, well, whatever, who cares? I'll show you anyway. Some of these things will be in New Orleans. These are the hats, the RF Supply hats. I'll have a bunch of them. I've got them in the leather back, the black back, and the carbon fiber back. I don't know how many of the carbon fibers I got left. That's carbon fiber, and that's the leather one. But yeah, that's some RF Supply hats. If you guys meet me in New Orleans here come this coming weekend, then we'll be talking about that and seeing what we're going to do. I don't know. We'll figure out. I'll probably do something for you guys who show up. I also got some other stuff to show you. Let me pull this off the bench, get this booger out the way. I don't know if I'll sell this one. It's I don't know, just something else for the bench to have. All right, let's clean up and then we'll start showing you guys some more real quick. So we're not even remotely close to done. We have lots more stuff to show. Show my little 3D printed labels over here. Pull you guys down here. Show us tubes. All right, we'll get there. We're coming very soon. I guess I'll show sockets first. Sockets, I have varying condition sockets. I had some pulls for sure. That's a pull. It's not in the best of good shape. I got a really fancy pull right here, but it looks bad because of all the copper on it. This is an add-on copper flange. So when you pull off the copper flange, the actual silver is decent, but it could stand to be replated. If somebody could put that through electrolysis and replate it, that would be a really, really nice one. You don't see them with the caps on them too much. I got some more sockets over here. Y'all requested sockets, so I'll show you sockets. Alright. I've had these for a while, but I don't know. So, this right here is a socket right here. Another socket right here. Another socket here. I've got to put two new supports in this one because they got broke, unfortunately. But it's still a brand new socket, so I'll probably won't sell it until I fix those supports. Just because, I mean, it's literally 2 screws and an insulator. That would be the stupidest thing in the world for me to sell. Broke like that. And there's another socket right here. They're all, these right here, I don't know if they've ever been installed, to be honest. I'm pretty sure, if you look closely on the fingers, this is something you'll have to look into. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I mean, it could have been installed, but it's in really good shape. You can kind of see what it is. This is just tarnishing on the top of the silver. You can clean it up with some Tarnex or something. It'll clean up just fine. But those are my 4CX sockets right there. 4CX socket here, 4CX socket here, 3CX socket here, 3CX socket over here. Also got 2 more sockets right here. I don't know if I'll sell this one separately. Where's that socket at? I moved the socket and now I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Found it. Okay. Oh, here is custom socket right here. See what this one is right, y'all. You can see 1, 2, 3. and you count right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is a triode socket right here, but it's a different style of socket. So if you, I actually have a customer who really loves these sockets specifically right here. So if you were to check, let me go grab a. Can you guys see all this? Yeah, it's perfect. So I have to get prices. Just give me a little bit. I'm woefully understaffed. That's the problem with this stuff. So here is see how that lines up? This right here could work for a 3CX right here. Could also work for another one here. Whatever. Just like that. Also, the triodes fit on the tetrode socket. It just doesn't have the screen ring. They will fit. But also, they will fit just perfectly on this socket here. For the monobanded guys that want to do as least capacitance as possible, there's recommendations I'll have for doing stuff. I also have replacement collars. I don't know if I'll sell these just because they're worth more to me keeping the fingers and the collars on hand myself, just because in case something ever gets broke or damaged, I'll have a replacement, an extra ring for whatever. So I don't know. Maybe I might sell them. We'll get to that point. But there's a lot of other stuff that will be absolutely for sale, and we'll talk about that stuff. So I'm gonna move some sockets because we got to make some room. You guys can't be looking at the same equipment over and over. So we'll move on to the next. I'm gonna try to check out your comments and see what you guys got to say. Any questions? Yeah. Next is going to be some other cool stuff. We'll pull these other tubes out the way. Okay. I'll move these up here. I'll just leave these sockets up there. That'll be fine. Now, alright, this is it. That's all I got. I ain't got nothing else. No, I'm just kidding. I got a lot more. I do got to do a lot of cleanup. It's part of it. But we're not getting away from that. So, I have your aftermarket chimney. And then I have your original iMac chimney right here. So, those are kind of dangerous. But those are a precursor to showing you some other stuff. So, we'll just pull one out. Show you these. I have handy dandy fancy 4-1000 right there. This one right here, I'd have to look at the finger stock and test it. But this one, actually, also I can look at the piece. I've got varying condition on each one of them. Let me grab some more. I've also got $3-1000. This is just a risky scenario here. So let me zoom out on. There we go. That's not too bad. Zooming out on TikTok real quick. So, we have another. I've got a 3-1000H right there. Let me turn you guys over here. Dual line sections and meters. It's not at that shop. This is D-Win's RF Supply. I don't have a front door business for a lot of guys that are confused. But this is, as of now, my shop is not in good enough shape to do a lot of front door stuff. If you guys have walked through my shop, it is a mess. But But I do have dual line sections for sure. If anybody wants some, message me on this page. If you guys know me from any of my other businesses, this is not the same business. Just don't get it confused. All right, let's show. Woo, risky here. Let's not do that. Now, what do you guys want to see? You want to see some more glass? I gotta get you a classic right there. Old RCA 4-1000 right there. That one right there. Then we got a 3500Z right here. You can see this one right here. We got extra anode caps. That's a 3500Z there. Every tube that leaves my shop, as far as my business, I'm not pricing them or selling them until I high pot test them and they are guaranteed on the high pot tester. I'm not going to do a full RF test on them. They will be guaranteed high pot tested and will be working. But of course, RF testing and emissions, you guys have to deal with on your own. I can't go that far. I just don't have that much time. We got another 3500Z right here. I think we got plenty more glass, I believe. I don't know what the heck happened to that. Oh yeah, these are interesting. Some 4-250As. It got some nastiness on it. But yeah, there's some old modulator tubes right there. Alright, and then, so you guys are not confused with me, of course, there's always critters and stuff, you deal with stuff, but yeah, I've got packaging for a lot of this stuff. I'm just not showing you all the packaging because it's taking too much time. And then also, another 4-250 modulator tube right here. So that's some of the glass. That is not all the glass. But if you guys would like to move on, we'll go ahead and move on to the next stage of stuff. I'll show you guys a little bit more. What else we got over here? I've got another iMac chimney right here. So these are chimneys right here for the iMacs, the 4-1000s, and I'll have to look and see if I've got any for the 3-1000s. The diameter is correct. I'm just not sure if it's designed for the height, nor if it, I don't know if it matters or not. I don't believe it does, but I'd hate to tell you guys something to be wrong. So give me a second. Let me clear this stuff out. I don't have a secretary over here. There's that other 4-1000 I talked y'all about. This one's a pull, not a new one. This is also a pull, I believe. I don't remember if it's a pull or not. I don't know. But regardless, it'll be everything will be hot potted before it leaves here. Alright, so hey, there's another one. Dadgummit. There's another 3-1000 right there. That one's definitely been used. You can look at the top of the anode stem right up there. See how that's got that discoloring on the anode stem? That would be sold as a pull. Alright, so now, would you guys like to see meters? Or would you guys like to see some more tubes? What do you guys want to see? I'd have to double check on the chimney height then on each one of them. It's been a hot minute since I played with those chimneys. A lot of guys, not that I recommend it, don't run chimneys on the their stuff. Let's see. The only thing that sucks about doing this stuff is you always misplace the box that you had the stuff in. Not all this stuff is the original box, but I do like this is for a select set of customers right here. There's a nice vacuum variable right there that I will be selling. So that one's a 45 kV. So let's get these out of the way. Next, we'll move on. Oh, Lord. All these boxes are going to be jacked in a minute because I'll be having everything thrown in one box and pulled out of the other box. I will have a good organizational system set up here pretty soon. Let's pull these glass out of the way before they get broken. Now, I also have some more, well, gotta get it out the box. This one's already been cut open, to be fair. It's not a brand new tube, so don't be looking at it like it's brand spanking new, because this has been cut before. I'm just looking at it now, making sure I'm being fair, upfront, and honest. I'm not. Now, it may be, it says opened and inspected for verification of serial number. Excuse me. It might have been, it might actually be a new tube. Yeah, that's what you read, right, y'all. Let's take a look. Let's see what we got in here. Just another iMac 3500Z right there. I don't think that's the original packaging, at least, but that is the original box. I've got another box like that right here. Again, another 500Z in the box right there. I'm going to stop on the 500Zs because I don't need to show y'all, I don't know, 10 of the same tube over and over again, because, I mean, they're all the same tube. Get you a classic right here. It's a GU84B right there. If anybody needs one of those. That is bigger than the 4CX800. That's not a GU74B. It's a GU84 right there. I don't know. I'll leave that out. We're on a steel tube now, so let's just leave them out and let you guys see them. So I'll leave that one open. Take a look at this. There you go. There's your, any of you guys are familiar with that. That one's a pull. Again, everything that leaves here will be iPod tested. I've got all conditions of those. Also got some classics here. That's a 3CX800 right there. I've got another 3CX800 right there. So those are not the same as a 4CX800 for the guys that are who may or may not be confused on that. So, evening 104. Hope you're doing well, man. Crazy, crazy, waving a hand. Alex, I'll show you meters real quick. I guess since you asked and nobody else requested anything. Got some more bird. More bird. More bird. More bird. I gotta put a new movement in this one, but there's you another bird right there. Now, and this one's missing a data plug, but whatever. I don't really care. It's not that big of a deal. There's that one. There's that one. There's those. That one's whatever. I'll probably use that one for a movement. Then we got some other meters. I don't know where to put these boogers. Gotcha. Got you some peak reading coaxial dynamics meters right here. They've got the peak kit built into them right there. That's what they are. So that is some of the meters. I believe that's most of them. I think I showed you guys most of the meters already. If anybody wants some bird meters, you want coaxial dynamics meters, I've even got a dielectric meter. If you guys want dielectric meters, I've got those too. Let's move the birds out of the way. They're kind of a quick showcase. You guys, I think, have been with me long enough. You've seen bird. You know what bird looks like. So there's not a lot to show you on some unique aspects about this stuff. So let's stack the birds back over here. And let's get to work on showing the rest of it real quick. So now, I've also got some varying conditions. These are pulls right here. They're not the same as those right there. This is a 3CX800 right here. And this one also should be, I think this one's also a 3CX800. Let me look at it real quick, check the pin out. Yeah, this should be another 3CX800 right here. And other cables. I don't know on that one for sure. I don't want to be bragging about having something I don't have. Another 3CX800 pull with a dented heatsink. I might save those 3CX800s, a couple of them at least, because there's a bunch of amplifiers that are rare and hard to find that run those things. So it'd be nice to have a couple of them laying around. Next thing we got to show, I think there's going to be a little bit of a repeat here for a little while. If you guys hadn't figured out on this. Another 8877. This one also is a pull right here. I don't know on the pulls what I'm going to do. But like I said, everything will be hot pot tested and tested on all those. Next, going a little deeper. Jeez, man. I forgot I got something. There's another pull, 8877. Go on through. I got this one because I thought it was neat in general. I may not sell it just because I like it. It's one of those vanity things, I guess, in general. I've always been interested in the sibling of this one. This is a 5CX3000A. This is a pentode right here is what this is. Pentodes are just a pretty cool tube. I've always had like kind of just an interest in pentodes. Not been stuck on stupid with it because I'm a big time triode guy. YU209 right here. And that is a new one right there. I'll put it right there. I don't think I want to leave this one out. I'm going to put it back up. Not that I've got it. I just want to keep it so in a different box. All right. Any questions, guys? You got questions? Like I said, give me a little bit. Shout out to you. Heck yeah, man. Waving a hand. Hope you're doing good, Postman. Now, this one's again a bragging one, just because there's not a lot of it. Most everything I got is for sale, but every great once in a while, when you come across something that's a pain in the neck to get a hold of. You kind of just don't want to sell it. And this right here is the, it ain't even close to the Holy Grail, but it's a 1200 tube, 3CX 1200. They're a pain in the neck to get a hold of. I know of like maybe 1 or 2 people in the country that's got them, and they're really hard to buy from. So if you guys haven't looked back here, I've got an AL 1200 just sitting right back there. So there's a probably, unless you just wanted to offer me the moon, I'll probably end up keeping that one just because it's another tube for me. Yeah, it's cool. Thoriated tungsten, instant on tube, really cool. Does a good job. Got an interesting one over here. There's you a very classic box right there. And I don't know why this got in here. Whatever. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I got a YU 158. That's a new tube also. I don't know how it got in that box. That was probably my fault. I got to looking around at these things the other day. Alright. Now, I apologize to you. Again, another YU 158. You can see how she looks on the bottom. That's a clean one. Alright. I'm not gonna leave all these out here because I'm rapidly running out of bench space. But we'll go on to the next. What else do we got in here? I'm trying to look. There you go. There's a 3CX 1500 A7. That's a new one right there. Shows you what that one looks like. Now, when you get a lot of years on stuff, unfortunately, sometimes you get people that write on stuff that don't know what they're doing. So, they got some Sharpie on there. I'll have to get that off. But, other than that, I mean, that's about it. No real complaints. Alright. I already showed y'all 4-1000s. I've got more 4-1000s. I think I already showed y'all that one. What else do I got over here? 500Z. I've got another 1500 pole tube. I guess we'll get into let me make some room real quick. Give me just a second. It's worth the, I would say it's worth the wait. I don't know. Maybe it's worth the wait for you guys. You guys hang on for just a second. I gotta put these. Grabbing things away real quick. Alright. I'm not gonna put them all away. I just gotta get enough room to move, really. That's the main thing. What is that? That's another tube that's got something in it. Alright. Alright, this is, where did I get this one from? I don't even know where I got it from. I'm trying to put my pin toad back up real quick. Let me put it up. To be honest, I hate to say it, I don't remember where I got it from. It's not really much of a brag, unfortunately, but I'll show you guys the cool stuff. Alright, we got one box that unfortunately got ripped over the years, but I just, whatever, it's how it goes. Got another box right here that has not got ripped over the years. Whew, I don't like that at all. Never trust the bottom on a box. Alright. And then I got another box. So, needless to say, we got boxes. Let's show you what's in the boxes. If anybody could read, then you might already know. Woo, that's not safe. I trusted the bottom of a box like an idiot. I just told you guys not to trust the bottom of a box, and I just did it. I just watched that box kind of tilt outward. All right. Da 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 da. There's you a new 3CX 3000 iMac tube. There's another new iMac 3CX 3000. And this one right here, I don't know. I'd really have to look at the finger stock on this one to call it new. Because somebody has either gotten around with it and messed with it, or I don't know. I'd have to look a lot closer at this finger stock and see if it's ever actually been installed. But another 3CX 3000, but obviously somebody got it nasty and did some stuff with it. Let me clean up this lens on TikTok. This is kind of ridiculous. Is that camera? Yeah. I'm sorry for all you guys on TikTok. You guys have been looking through a foggy lens. Alright. Again, guys, you'll have to give me a little bit for this stuff. I'll start a line for whoever messages my RF supply first about whatever tube that they're interested in. I will give them a price on it first in the order that they sent me messages. I will not give priority to messages people send me in the chat because there's no way that I can time it and get them right. There's another Bird dummy load. Got a 150 watt dummy load for guys looking. That's just to add on to my repertoire of dummy loads. I've got a 150 watt now. I've got a 600 watt. I've got a 2500 watt, a 5000 watt, a 10,000 watt, and a 80,000 watt dummy load now. But I added two more. And I'm not going to leave this thing sitting here just because it's too big and too heavy. And you guys can just look at it for a moment. Another Bird 1000 watt dummy load. I've had several of these before. I believe several. I've had them before at least. I know that much. I don't remember how many, I guess. So another Bird 1000 watt dummy load. Give me a second, guys. I'm moving around too much. Now, I guess I got a sneaky little booger in here. This is a classic here. I got a Amperex 4-400A for anybody who needs one of those. This has not been opened on the top, at least, ever. I wonder if they just opened it on the bottom before. I don't know. But yeah, if you message me on my RF supply about a specific tube, ooh wee, that is some classic right there. Holy crap. The foam is literally disintegrating in my fingers. There's your no anode cap. Brand new on the bottom, so a brand new 4-400A Amperex tube right there. You can see on the pins on the bottom how it looks. I'm going to put this back in this foam, but holy crap, that thing is. Did I have another piece of foam in there? I guess not. Maybe it wasn't in there. All right, we're gonna call that right there. That's classic right there. Booger's been around in that box, bouncing around for years, or bouncing around, just sitting around in somebody's garage for years. All right, so this is all what we got. I got plenty more stuff. I'll be loading this stuff on the website little by little. I will also be responding to you guys to respond to me first. I showed you guys some dummy loads. I've also got plenty of tower back in stock right now. So we got lots of stuff, all kinds of things. But yeah, I got plenty of tower back in stock. I think I've got Ron 45. I got Ron 45 FG with flange. I've got Ron 25. I've got top sections. I've got tilt over plates. I've got base plates. I've got about 16 rotors right now. I'll have to check on the condition of each one of them. I've got HDR 300As. I've got some Wilson rotors. I've got some Daiwa rotors. I've got a bunch of rotors, guys. A bunch of control boxes too. Again, a bunch of towers. I've also got transformers. I've got 5 transformers right now. I don't know if I can't pick these up. They're too freaking heavy. I don't know. We'll figure that out. 30. Can just go back over here. Drop some trash on the 3000. Oh, I guess I got to show you some more. Give me just a second. I got some more to show you. I've also got 2 more boxes. I got to go get these. I've showed you guys these before in the past. Oh. But yeah, show you guys the box. But I'll pull them out of the box real quick. I am extremely crowded where I'm standing, so I'm trying not to tumble over and fall. This is obviously a pull. This is a 4CX 3000. So I have a 5CX 3000, a 4CX 3000, and a 3CX 3000. There's another 4CX 3000 pull right there. So yeah, that is not the entirety of the collection, but a good number of different devices right here. Website is dwinsrfsupply.com. None of these are on the website yet. They will get loaded up soon. I've got to... It's a one-man show, guys. I've got some help coming in here soon that'll be helping me put all these sockets on the site, all these tubes on the site, dummy loads on the site, the bird meters, the coaxial... Bird meters are already on the site, actually. But the coaxial dynamics meters, all the different slugs that I've got. I'm gonna, like I said, do my best to get these things loaded up soon. Where the heck is this at? Okay, there it is. I was trying to find where my other daggum box. Now all these, there's you some paperwork right there. The original warranty claim from Varion, the service report, some paperwork right there. Ta-da! So, let me get these 4CX tubes back and put them back over here. But yeah, I will get everything put on the website as soon as possible. If you message me on this page, I will try to get back with you directly. If you wait for the website, then I will try to get what I can loaded on the website. New Orleans is this coming weekend, so obviously not much is going to happen because I've got to get several orders out. Even right now, it's I'm going to be, I don't know if I'll probably stop this live and start another one, and we'll do some wire. But man, man, we got a lot to get done. Nothing crazy. It's not like it's an overwhelming amount of work. I just got a bunch of stuff I gotta get done. Alright. So, it's just a little bit to show you guys. I will check my messages for sure. I have an 80,000 watt dummy load. So yes, bigger than 40,000. I've got a 10,000 watt dummy load and 80,000 in near those sizes. A 10,000 watt dummy load will do 10,000 average continuous. In a peak scenario, it can do every bit of 25 to 30,000 plus, and then also handle bursts of more. You would just have to keep your keys short when you're doing your testing with that type of equipment. But yeah, the biggest one I have is 80,000 watt dummy load. Alright, any other questions? Well, we got copy the very cool tube. Definitely, I'll try to get prices soon, man. I just we're trying to get there. Copy the dual meters. I do have some dual meters for sure. Remember, the dual meters are going to be the know for a fact. I'm missing some of you guys' comments. I'm sorry. Anybody say anything on TikTok? I wish I could see comments on TikTok. There we go. What's up? Cohen waving a hand. FLA 70 waving a hand, man. Mountaintop waving a hand, man. Appreciate you, man. Meters. Copy the tenders. Copy the nice to see you again. Yeah, absolutely. Nice. Pleasure to see you too, for sure. But yeah, we got lots of cleanup to do from here. Just put all this stuff aside. But yeah, we will have. I got all this stuff going on the website. A bunch of different stuff. Somebody wants a 10 kW slug for 400 to 1,000 megahertz. I got that too. I don't. The higher megahertz slugs, I've got several, but I haven't put them all on there just because it's a lot of work to put slugs on the website. I just have to spend 5 and 10 minutes on each item, and it's nice to get them on there when they're on there, and it's great. But man, it's a little bit of a pain to get it all in there. These 3CX800s is some kind of hard to find things right there. All right, this is today's video. Not really. It's not today's entire video. I've got, well, let me pull some transformers. Might as well, whatever. I can pick these up. They're not crazy. The biggest one you're not going to see. I haven't checked and seen, but one of these transformers is sold. There's one. My poor bench. These things are not that light. Oh, yeah. Give me just a second. Better be glad I like you guys. Here's another one. Still got two more, but whatever. I'm not showing y'all them. This one got a 3700 tap all the way down to a 2000 tap, and it's got minus and plus 10 and a 240 on the primary side. But yeah, jeez, man. All right, this has got a custom data tag on it. I would be very curious what this one's actual original data tag says, but I will pin it out and test it. I've got a way to test it on with a high voltage probe and see what she does. Check the impedance of it and figure out which one this one is and what the ranges are of this transformer. But yeah, that is the extent of what I'm showing you guys today. Unfortunately, there's probably at least 100 more items I haven't shown y'all. I didn't show y'all any of the high voltage connectors. I didn't show y'all any of the coax. You guys know I sell coax, like a bunch of coax. I didn't show y'all some of my huge high wattage resistors. I got like some big 300 watt resistors. I didn't show you guys any of my EIE flanges, my connectors, or none of that stuff. I don't know. Like I said, I'm an RF supply company. I have literally everything it takes to supply RF to pretty much everybody. Finally got on the air at a friend's place and we got into the USA because of our antenna was low. We got there with 599 plus 5 dB and heard him at 5-7. Oh, that's cool. Heck yeah, man. That's awesome. Great to hear, for sure. All right. So I'm going to be doing some cleanup. Literally everything I just pulled out, I've got it put back. And then I'm going to come back and do some more work. So I will probably go live in just a little bit with some more stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys found some stuff you liked. Saw some cool things. Message me if you got questions. And then, why can't I go to the top up here and see what's going on? Oh, that's YouTube. Duh. No wonder. I'm sorry, TikTok. Let me get over here. TikTok, what did you guys say? Where's the comments? You guys ain't saying a dang thing. Well, I do appreciate y'all, though, regardless. If you guys got any questions on TikTok, hop in here and say something. I think I responded to everybody on Facebook. And wave a hand, DC1. Hope you're doing well. Copy and message me. Did I see my request for 8-foot jumper with RC plug on one end? I like to fit bird movements. No, I did not see that request. I think you said RG1. Forget. Talk on the phone. Yeah, just send me a message. If I don't have a message on it on my RF supply, then I will absolutely forget. So absolutely send me a message on my RF supply about any questions. Anybody who wants anything, anybody who wants to buy anything, absolutely just send me a message, please. If it's a text message, if it's a message on here, if it's anywhere else, it's going to get lost. So anybody want to message me to try to figure out information from me and stuff like that, absolutely. Facebook.com/DWinds RF Supply. It's just like it's spelled on TikTok and everything else. You can scan it right off of this little scannable barcode, see if it'll actually work. Right here, scan off that barcode. Of course, I'm happy to, for anybody who needs to call me. Y'all feel free to call me. I don't care. That doesn't bother me at all. But just do realize that if we have an in-depth conversation, then I will absolutely forget it as soon as we get off the phone. I will talk to you about anything you want to talk about, and I will absolutely try to walk you through how to set up your station. But whenever the finality comes out, if we don't get a message written down, then I will lose it. So that is my one fatal flaw. So I try to message everybody on my RF supply. I try to send everybody invoices, because when I send you an invoice, I can track the invoice. It's so much easier. So, all right, appreciate you guys. You guys have a good one. We got transformers, tubes, sockets, towers, hinge plates, high voltage connectors, high voltage wire, literally everything it takes. I've even got a big old high voltage transformer, a very large one, if anybody wants a big one. Thought I did send it to the RF supply on the phone. Yeah, I'm sure you did, Whiskey Man. Just like I said, I will try to check my text messages and follow from there. But I'm gonna send you. If you haven't sent me a message on my RF supply, I'm gonna put a message on my RF supply from you, texting you what you said you wanted, so I don't lose it. All right, that's it. That's it for the video today. I may have an invoice for you, Whiskey Man. If I do have an invoice, then yeah, if you already paid, we're good. Then I already know it's in the queue to get worked on. All right, so catch you guys later. Y'all have a good evening, and I will. I doubt I'll show y'all another video of everything I've got, because it would be. I mean, how long have we been out here already? I don't know. Let me look at YouTube. Anybody can see how long the live has already been? It would be nice. Yeah, it doesn't tell me there. What's YouTube say? If I clicked right here, I have been live for an hour, and I got through maybe 70% of inventory. And that's just new inventory. That's not existing inventory. So, catch you guys later. Y'all have a good evening, and I'll appreciate y'all. And yeah, it is. Yes, it was Whiskey Man. That's it. That's correct. All right. See y'all later. Appreciate y'all. I was talking about on the Facebook, Whiskey Man. All right. See ya. And then see you later on Facebook, TikTok, no, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. See y'all.